Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, RC, and T Wright in the house. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up,
gang?
NFL Wildcard weekend. It was a wild weekend, to be honest.
Indeed.
Am I right?
Man,
But a lot of good games, man. Like it just shows that anything can happen in these games. What you think is going to happen never plays out. Hardly ever. Can y'all hear me? Flowers, you looking like you having trouble over there.
Yeah, I was checking my AirPod settings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear everybody. I was like, oh, something's going on over there. So it was a good weekend for sure. Did y'all catch all the games, or y'all just kind of pick and choose which one y'all gonna watch?
Pretty much caught the majority of them. I caught the tail end of the Minnesota and the Giants game.
Yeah, I watched most of the Minnesota and Giants game. But other than that, I pretty much watched every. Well, I left between the Chargers and the Jazz game.
Intermission.
I was just watching the scoreboard and I was seeing like, okay, there's a score. So I was like, all right, I'm about to tune back in because it seemed like something's about to happen here. And sure enough, it did. But the first game we're going to dive into is Seattle versus the 49ers. 49ers beat the Seahawks 41-23. Let's let 49ers correspondent, analyst, whatever you want to call them, take over.
I ain't gonna be long.
Wherever he is.
Hey, I don't really have much to say. I just really feel like the more we on TV, the more Ben get a chance to see Purdy do what he do. As far as Seattle, I want to say this. You know, us, the Bengals playing the Ravens. Anytime you have to play your divisional rival more than once, maybe 3 times in the season, you could beat them. That says a lot about your team. Seattle is really tough. They got a really bright future, and I think Pete Carroll don't get enough credit for what he's done with that organization post the Legion of Boom and Russell Wilson. So salute to them. But as far as the 49ers, I feel like they're just rolling right now. So I hope they keep it going.
Yeah, from what I saw from the game, man, y'all are firing all cylinders at every phrase of the game. Running game, passing game, defense. Your defense kind of had me worried there for a moment. Your corners, Ward, man, if y'all would have lost that game, Ward gonna be the dud of the week.
Yeah. That's why I said you need to. That's why I say you need to turn your TV on and watch them when they play.
I mean,
because they second half they don't give up on points. How many points they give up the second half? They do it every game. So that guy that they was trying to cover is a walking robot.
Well, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
If the Seahawks would have better quarterback,
no.
Yeah,
no.
Here he goes.
Look, it doesn't matter. Gino. He gonna do what he gonna do.
Gino slander, bro.
You know what the Seattle Seahawks needed that San Francisco has a front 7 on defense. That's all I think Seattle don't have.
Rotate 8, and we would have been in trouble. Because Purdy, one thing Purdy ain't got going for him is he's running around, but he ain't getting away.
Well, Brock did look kind of flustered in the first half.
Yeah,
his pass was kind of errant, and then he settled down a little bit after y'all started running the ball a little bit more. He started feeling more comfortable. So I think that's what y'all need to start off from the right off the bat and still run it in the second half. Y'all need to run it in all phases of the game. Y'all need to run the first, second, quarter, man. Cause y'all, like I said, y'all was in trouble like until McCaffrey started getting loose, and that's when it started
Kyle
opening
Shanahan.
up.
Bro, that's Kyle Shanahan. That's gonna define his career and determine if he will win a Super Bowl. His inability to make the game boring. It's about right now. It's about scoring a lot of points. If he could just say, you know what, man, I know it don't look good on TV, and I don't like calling Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey over and over and over and over, because can't nobody stop there when you're doing that with those three guys, man. Like,
and Deebo Samuel, y'all playing as a team for sure because that block by I think it was Jennings, wasn't it? Downfield for Deebo. I mean, that was huge. That sprung on right there. So y'all playing like the 09 Saints. That's what y'all playing like.
That's crazy. You did compare it to the Saints, bro. That's it. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, when you blocking, we had receivers blocking, we had a running game, defense. Look at y'all. Y'all top tier right now. So I want to ask you, RC, what team would you think would give y'all the most competition right now?
It's the one in the locker room with me.
That's it.
I don't like the NFL right
now.
Nobody
in the NFC.
Not in the AFC, because you can't. Because it's like what Marshawn. You ever seen that interview with Marshawn said over and over and over. If he just run the football and just play defense, you'll be fine because that's still working in the National Football League. It's when you put the ball and ask your quarterback to throw it 50 times. It's the playoffs. You don't need all that. Settle down. And see, the Seahawks had seen it 2 times already. So they were uber prepared for it. But over 4 quarters, it's hard to stop Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo Samuel over and over and over. So I think if we come out like we played in the first half, we're going to get beat. But if we come out like we played in the second half, and that's all you. That's not the other team. So the 49ers going to stop the 49ers.
So Tyler, RC said themselves is not who they want to see in the playoffs. Do you have a different opinion? Because I'm looking for a different answer here.
I really don't. They like you said earlier. You said it yourself. They on fire on like every facet of the game. Like I don't see anybody, and they hot at the right time. They got hot at the perfect time and healthy.
So you don't see no other team in the NFC right now. Right now, I'm giving you a chance to say something else. Right now,
I don't need a chance.
Ben think he's slick. Ben think he's slick.
He gonna make you say something, boy.
He trying to set it up to where the 49ers lose. He go Clippers. He think he's slick.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see something. All right, Flowers.
You got a different opinion?
What team in NFC can actually compete with the 49ers right now?
What my boy RC say, keep sweat.
Keep sweat.
Nobody.
Nobody.
You tell, matter of fact, Mr. Ben Swift Reynolds, you tell us who can compete with the 49ers.
Let me hear.
The Eagles. That's an obvious answer. The Eagles right
now. That's who I want to. That's why I want.
Because the Eagles can slow it down just like y'all. Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell, they like to get the ball in space just like y'all do. And with the additional AJ Brown, we saw Ward get beat, man. And AJ Brown is that guy.
Bro, listen. Do you know
Devontae Smith? So name other receivers that Seattle has. Tyler Lockett. What Tyler Lockett is on his last.
Tyler Lockett is not on his last leg. Don't disrespect Tyler Lockett like that.
He look old. But he's not old, bro. Stop that.
I mean, cannot the Eagles not spread the ball around?
Wait a minute. Let me say something. I think RC done tried to tell you. Maybe you need to hear this from a different opinion.
Okay.
Look, Seattle seen that. That's the 3rd time they played Seattle. Seattle is used to it. Philly is not used to it. They're not used to it. Philly's not gonna know it's gonna hit them when they get hit in the mouth by San Francisco. I'm telling you now.
What the Eagles don't do? What the Eagles don't do well on defense?
They just don't create enough pressure. Man, they don't stop the run, really.
They can't do what? Okay, so listen, you keep going back to Travaris Ward, salute to Mooney. He's the 4th ranked corner in the league. DK ain't on everybody's
About who?
team.
Pro
DK a top 20 player in the league.
Okay, what AJ Brown ranked right now?
He ain't. Listen, bro.
Who you more afraid of, DK or AJ?
DK, because you know what? It's a larger catch
DK,
rate.
No. AJ is like a modern TO. Come on now. Come on.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
he might got a body like T.O., but he ain't T.O.
So when
I'm not saying he's not T.O., but he have potential to put up numbers like T.O.
Bro, so when AJ catch the ball on the screen, this is the difference. This is why you disrespecting the Hall of Fame with T.O. I've seen T.O. take a wide receiver screen to the house. Have you ever seen AJ Brown take anything to the house?
They don't put him in them type of situations.
Okay, that's not T.O. then. That's not T.O. then. I don't know who that is.
It's not my fault the coordinator can't expand the playbook for AJ Brown.
Maybe he think AJ's limited in a sense. Do you think about that?
No, I don't think he is.
Maybe T.O. wasn't limited. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
would you have a vertical threat? First of all, Mooney is 6'2", probably 198. And when you're not gonna physically get up and this is what I was looking at Mooney and screaming at TV was about. Like, first of all, you got safety help, but you is down in prime time, DB. Mm-hmm. Like you leaning forward. You gonna jab that big dude? No, bro. You failure over and over and over. Then this coordinator realized we get to send you some help because you really think because you got 7 on that you gonna do something magical to this monster. Like, don't compare that dude to other dudes you see. That dude's different.
All right, let me ask you another question. Y'all talking about the Seahawks saw y'all 3 times. It don't matter. To me, it don't matter how many times you see a team if you don't have the right personnel to compete with them. It don't matter what scheme you draw up. If you don't have the right personnel to cover, it doesn't matter.
So we played the Rams last year 3 times. We beat them 7 in a row. Then we get to the NFC Championship game. It's the 3rd time we play the Rams. And they beat us finally because it's something about.
I feel like the Rams at that time had better personnel too, though, than what Seattle has.
But your better personnel, you use up all your time. Case in point, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go on. If you had to play Brady, how many times the Saints are beating Brady most of the time, right?
Yes.
If y'all would have got in the playoffs and had to play Brady, they know Brady better than anybody in the league. You Saints fans ain't going into that game worried about Brady. We got you, dude. We
are. Yeah, we are because Brady is Brady. You worry about quarterbacks who can do that.
Saints. Not against the Saints. For some reason, Dennis
Allen had
his number.
We lost. In the playoffs. We beat Brady twice in the regular season, then we lost him in the 3rd time in the playoffs. Just because we match up so well, but Brady can also,
bro, you want to be right, bro. You don't want to listen to what I'm saying. You want to be right.
Y'all don't want to be right. I'm just trying to throw some stuff out there for y'all.
Tom Brady's record versus the Saints right now is boo.
It is, but I'm saying, but we cannot deny that he beat us in the playoffs.
He did, but that's because y'all had played 3 times and eventually he cracked the division code, right? But when y'all played in the regular season, they literally stole the game the first game. He couldn't get the ball down.
No, you think about the second game.
The game in New Orleans? Where they had the big fight?
The game in Tampa, the one that came down to the last drive. The first game we played against Winston, he threw like 3 picks.
No, I'm saying before those 3 picks, y'all had him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's hard. What I'm saying is, I guess what I'm saying, back to our original Niners and Seahawks, if you're watching that for the first time and you don't watch that regularly, you thinking Seattle had that number. They never had it, bro.
No, I agree. I agree. I never felt like Seattle was gonna win that game. I was just watching the game. I picked the 49ers to win because I think the Seahawks are just not there, especially with Geno. I didn't think Geno was gonna get them over the top.
But really,
Geno, he did what he do.
If I had to pick somebody, a team that could beat San Francisco, answering your question, it's really Kyle Shanahan, bro. It's kind of like Sean Payton with y'all. And sometimes he do crazy stuff, and you just like it's 3rd and 2, and you need to run the ball, and he just throw it down the field.
Yeah, Sean Payton and Shanahan almost have similarities. They like to get flashy sometimes, and they get bored, so they just start doing crap, still just sticking to what's work. Cause Sean Payton multiple times had went away from the running game when it was working, clearly working. He like, screw it, we gonna throw it. We gonna run some reverses or do some, take shots down the field. Still just, taking what's given. And I hate that about Sean Payton sometimes.
Michael Thomas all the time.
Huh? What you say?
I think about y'all boy Michael Thomas all the time and Sean Payton when he got that man hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even need Thomas at that time. But hey, Sean Payton. So let's move on to the next game here. Let me pull it up. Chargers lose to the Jaguars 30-31. Hours. Should Staley be fired?
You know what? I don't want to take food out of anybody's mouth per se. I mean that's easy for us middle class people to say, but when you somebody like Brandon Staley making millions of dollars a year and can't figure out the simple thing of winning and closing out a game that you're up big at half, and we see it's like we've seen it coming. We can just feel it coming. RC said it in chat. I think I said if they can get it to 10
before half,
have a chance. Before half, they had a chance. They didn't get it, but before half, but they got it in the early third. And if you can just get it close, you just seeing the momentum just change and change and change. I was disappointed in Trevor Lawrence and company in the first half. I was very
Trevor Lawrence had no business with Jaguars and company had no business in this game.
I agree. But I don't know. What does that say more about? Does it say more about the Chargers and the letdown, or does it say perseverance with Trevor Lawrence?
I say more about the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I've seen a couple of Chargers games this year, and they get lackadaisical. All that talent.
They have too much talent.
They got all that talent to not do nothing with it. It's hard to explain this offense because they call plays that doesn't make sense at the wrong time. Like, it's just like, why are you doing that? And another thing, I want to go back to the conversation we had about Eckler. He had 4 targets, only 2 catches. And that's what we said. How did he have over 100 some receiving, over 100 catches this season when it doesn't even look like that? And to my point that they were throwing it in the back end when they like, oh, we down. Let's start doing what we need to do. Let's start getting Eckler involved. And it's just backwards. Why not play like that all 4 quarters?
I'm going to tell you what confuses me. And these coaches make this job so hard. I don't remember football being this hard 20 years ago, RC, being Tyler. I don't remember it being this hard. I remember people being up 28-0. They're trying to run the clock down, keep the clock running. What happened to keeping the clock running? I don't get it. People still want to throw the ball and they're up 3 scores to stop the clock. Then you have to punt a quick 3 and out in a minute and a half. You're giving the ball back. You're instead of giving these teams opportunities. We're seeing it too much in today's league, as far as teams coming back from these big deficits when they shouldn't.
Yeah, 13 carries for Eckler, and you up that much?
You got 4 running backs on the roster. I'm quite sure. Eckler get tired. Bring. You got 2 other cats you can bring in. Hand the ball. Hand it off, man, and get it to 3rd and short. Let Herbert use his legs, get short completions. There's no reason for Jacksonville.
20 carries.
Oh, my goodness. There's no reason for Jacksonville. Especially now as you say that out loud, Ben, there's no way in hell Jacksonville should be in the second round just to get trounced.
Back in the day, when you're up big like that, you run that clock down to the last second. Do you hype?
Yes.
I'm saying, like,
it's like it's that simple.
Peyton used to hang out in the huddle. They're like, all right, I guess we'll break.
Huddle up. break the huddle by 14, 13 seconds on play clock. I mean, us as customers, we cannot get mad that a team is up that big. What can we gripe about? Somebody's up 28-0 and the team that's up that big is running the score. That's what you're supposed to do.
And the Chargers, it was quick pouring out passes, dumb passes. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. That's what I said. There's no way Staley can keep his job. But I heard reports. I don't read the reports that I heard. So, but it's just no excuse. Trevor Lawrence, your guy. What do you think about his performance in the game, RC?
I'm not happy, but I think he's to me personally, I think he's very fortunate. I think too, watching the Chargers, when they call them the Raiders, watching the Chargers give the Jaguars a chance to take advantage of their offensive line with their great pass rushers instead of, like you said, running the ball. That's an issue too, because that's the issue that Shanahan and Peyton has, and this guy has. But this guy is a little bit of head case because he was a quarterback in college, I think, something like that, and then he called defensive plays. And so when but I think somebody put in the chat him doing like the doggy thrust, and I was like, that's when he lost the game right there. Because I'm like, dude, like
master stuff.
This is the weirdest Richard Simmons pre-game ritual I ever seen in my life. And I'm like, dude, like, you don't get your ass up off this. But then that kind of lines up with what's going on. Then you turn around, somebody had him humping the Jaguar logo. You saw that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but this is the thing. How did that all turn? And I was telling you, Ben, earlier in closing, that George Bosa was complaining about how the officiating was. They did in the second half.
Yeah, they hold him.
Clean officiating. If you don't hold Joey Bosa, then don't give Trevor Lawrence the time because he can't block that guy. And then Khalil's on the other side. But everything went perfect for you in the second half after 5 turnovers. Ain't no way you win with 5 turnovers, bro. It's hard to win with 5 turnovers.
I can agree on it. It was kind of weird officiating because they weren't calling nothing at all.
Not the second half. No, not the first half either, because the Chargers got away with a lot of defensive holding penalties too.
They said the Charger DBs will commit assault downfield.
Oh man, like
they don't put hands on the board.
He set a record, and then look, he lost with three picks in the game.
Wow, that is crazy.
I've never seen nothing like that. So, Tyler, would Sean Payton be a perfect fit for to revamp this offense?
Yes, he would. It'll be scary to see him and Justin Herbert together.
Oh man,
he have Eckler's like Kamara, so he basically getting Kamara,
Darren Sproles. You got about
Darren
that.
Sproles, and he got bit by a receiver and Mike Williams.
Keenan
Allen.
And then
what you say, RC?
That big old tight end Everett,
Everett.
Yeah, he was South Alabama.
Jimmy Graham. That's his Jimmy Graham right there.
Yeah, so that's
Sean Payton waiting on the night. He waiting on the night. We can't count that out.
They waiting on it. And I don't know, man. Chargers very disappointing. I want to see Herbert succeed. Like he deserved to be mentioned with Allen and Burrow and those young guys.
He will be.
He just need the right tools, man. He just need the
right
coach.
around him.
Yep. All right, the Dolphins. Man, they put up a good fight. Oh, Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson came over from WNBA. And he like, everybody put these pads on, show y'all something. They lost to the Bills 34-31. Turnovers by Josh Allen. Wow. Tyler, what did we say in the last part about Josh Allen?
We've been saying about Josh Allen. I was always scared of the turnovers. He's so sporadic with the ball.
It's kind of head scratching, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. He just do it too much. Like, dude, you good, bro? Just stop. Just relax.
He forced stuff downfield.
Take the sack.
He forcing things downfield, and he gave this Dolphins team life. I mean, them boys on the sideline thinking they can win this game, and that's dangerous. Lucky for them, they just didn't have the right person behind center. That's the only thing that saved this team. Cause I feel like if Tua was playing,
they would have won.
Now the wideouts didn't do them no favors neither. Now they dropped the balls too.
Yeah, they did. That's true. They did drop Waddle. He feel like he couldn't catch a cold yesterday.
Fish out of water. Man.
I don't know what's
they was supposed to thrive in that cold weather. See,
they didn't.
So, Flowers, do you have Bills as your still number one team in the AFC?
I'm scared of Josh Allen these turnovers, man. Because if somebody better than Miami was playing them yesterday, but you see, and this is how funny the NFL is, because You got Cincinnati and you got Buffalo this week.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati, they're missing 3 starters on their offensive line. Josh Allen turns the ball over. So it's gonna come down to who's gonna turn the ball over the least. Either team can win this. I kind of feel like Buffalo. Well, my question is, how will this game be played? We got to revisit this now. What will this game be played at this week? The Cincinnati and Buffalo game. It's a coin toss.
It should be. No, I think they go
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo. Is it in Buffalo?
I don't know. To me,
I
think the AFC Championship.
Buffalo.
I think the AFC Championship is on a neutral site.
Well, it depends. It depends if Buffalo, I think, make it against Kansas City. I think it's to a neutral site. I think if like neither one of them made it, it wouldn't be. Some crazy. It's so confusing. It's so confusing.
They should did. They had so many different choices, but they chose this one for some reason. But
I'm leaning Buffalo this week. Kansas City, I would be scared of if I was either or, just because of injuries and Cincinnati injuries. But turnover wise, Buffalo needs to be afraid right now.
Yeah, as we saw from the Bengals games, the Bengals are creating turnovers, and Bills, they can't afford that. Good thing Sherman McDermott, he's bald, because Josh Allen, man, he can make you pull your hair out.
Bro, you know who Josh Allen play like, man, and they kind of glorify him for playing that style. He plays like he's a big Brett Favre, gunslinging, forcing stuff in, like it puts his defense in, just continuously put that defense in bad situations, and like. They were finna get blown out by the Bengals on Monday night before Hamlin, which I'm glad is okay, went down, because he was gonna be with the DSD, and to me, I picked him as one of my favorite quarterbacks. But what we criticize quarterbacks for, they glorify him for doing the same thing. Like, bro, they literally had him do sack, and he just, this amazing arm. Tony Romo the other day, this amazing arm, he's able to throw out a sack to the other team. I mean, dude, like, listen. Like, that is the thing about Josh Allen, bro. Like, 2 things may derail his career: injuries and interceptions.
Yep.
Eventually, teams, your defense, you don't have a vaunted defense. You can't keep putting them in bad situations. So
you don't have a 49 defense or Saints or Eagles defense to get you out of those situations. Even Baltimore defense, you know what I'm saying? But it's Josh Allen. That was my main concern. He can't do this in the playoffs. Like, he should have got all that out of his system in the regular season.
That's the quickest way to lose. Turn the ball, that's the quickest way to lose.
Yes, especially in the playoffs.
I'm willing to bet he couldn't lead the NFL in interceptions. I'm willing to bet that. He reminds me of Matthew Stafford.
I think he does.
Matthew Stafford had 19 interceptions last year and won the Super Bowl.
No, I think that. Maybe that
did the NFL.
I believe it. Let me check.
Buffalo's turned over the ball a lot. It might be Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. It's either Dak or him, but the teams that are left in the playoffs right now will capitalize off those turnovers. Like, you can't give Cincinnati a short field. You can't give Kansas City a short field. You can't give anybody that's playing in the NFC a short field. They're going to score. So, Josh Allen, tighten up, partner.
So, I heard a report that I forgot the GM's name for the Dolphins, but he said Tua will be the quarterback for the Dolphins next year.
He just talking.
What is Flower?
What he's supposed to say? He's supposed to say, "No, he ain't gonna be back this early."
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. So y'all saying that's hogwash, but pretty much what the what he's saying about Tua, he's gonna be back next year.
He just saying what he supposed to say.
It's the same face.
That's it.
Oh wow, I didn't think y'all gonna say that like that.
So
y'all saying Tua's done. Y'all don't see Tua on another team?
I've been told. I think I said it last week before. This is the last season. Tua's in Miami.
They're gonna be in New Orleans.
I mean, well,
Ben, let me ask you a question. Ben.
He can't.
Everybody go to New Orleans, Ben.
Let me ask you a question, Ben.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard a coach say, "I'm not taking this job," or somebody saying they're not gonna get traded? They're not, they didn't request to get traded. A day or two later, they get traded, or they going for another job. You know what I'm saying? So people just say things especially with the media being so rapid now. Because I mean, if he says Tua's not coming back, that's a main story. That's a main headline. So they're trying to stay away from it.
They usually that's why I hate them sometimes. Like, just go out and say what you want to say, man.
I agree.
If I don't know, I'll probably get fired immediately. But if I let you, I'm like, yeah, he ain't coming back.
The Saints already put out that Dennis Allen coming back, right?
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it, bro.
No, man, that's the thing the Saints do. This is what we do, RC.
If Sean
He's
Payton
coming back,
or if a better coach,
let me tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
It's business. It's business.
Yeah, if Sean Payton wants, he coming back. But let me tell you why. They make an excuse. Oh, he didn't have a legit quarterback. Oh, we dealt with injuries. Oh, the play calling sucked. So they don't pin it all on Pete Carmichael. They don't get him mad. They gonna bring in a different OC. They gonna play all the play. Well, we barely missed the play. We barely missed the playoffs. So they making all the excuses already. So they gonna give him a quarterback. They gonna give him something else. Then we're gonna see again. It's pretty much how it's gonna go.
Gotcha. Oh no.
So, I hope not to. I want to see Sean Payton back in the one. I don't want them picks. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Derek Carr with Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying?
Payton come back. So Michael Jordan will come back before Sean Payton.
Sean Payton really like he's really like that girl that just want to hear that she's wanted.
You sound like
he sound big. He sound like an ex on the RC.
You don't want to let go, bro. You sound like you messed up in a relationship and you just come back. That's you. You want
baby come back.
Man, he want to be courted, man. That's all it is. He just like that.
He's waiting for the best opportunity, like any woman.
Man, the Panthers offered to interview him. Come on, man. That dude just want to be loved.
He just did that just to see how much they want to offer. That's all. What y'all got to offer? But the Panthers are intriguing because they hold a good pick. You know, they got a good defense. I can see him listening. I say listening. I say take the job. Listening to the job.
Man, you know, if Sean Payton took that Carolina Panther job, he'd never be forgiven.
That's a good point.
He was on Colin's show talking about we was gonna get a pick somehow. We was gonna trade up. Sean Payton.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think, man, I don't know. He playing a game, man. I don't know what he.
Because you know, you still talk to Mickey.
Yeah, I know they best friends. I'm pretty sure they had dinner last night.
Yeah, you hoping? This man crazy, man. I'm telling you, bro, you sound like a Bulls fan. When Mike kept retiring, come back, he's like, man, Mike coming back. I seen him he drove by the United Center. He coming back.
Well, no. The Vikings, they ain't coming back.
Most definitely not.
They lost to Giants 31-24. I was so disappointed. So disappointed, Kirk Cousins. Prime time, Kirk. And that's not a good thing, Kirk. We ain't calling you prime time because of Deion.
Somebody said they snatched his chains after the game. You remember he had them chains on?
Captain Kirk, man, he just got demoted.
They said they snatched his chain like T.I. at the year.
Oh my goodness, that's shameful. So do y'all? I'll ask you all this: what did y'all think about that pass on fourth down? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you take it. What did you think about that moment right then and there?
What the hell? That's all I can say. Right. What the hell, man? You didn't get a man a chance.
Give you a man a chance.
You threw it 34 yards downfield. Man, you threw a 2-3 yard pass. Oh my God.
He thought TJ Hockenson was Kittle.
Yeah. Bro, really, I think Kurt might have been tired of winning the championship, bro. That's how he's carried.
His neck was heavy.
Yeah. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of staying out all night drinking with y'all. Let's say what I do. We party.
How disappointing is that, though?
Yeah, it was disappointing, bro.
So, RC, like you're right about this team. You said they were frauds.
Yeah, I did because it wasn't because collectively, as a team, it was just they had the worst defense in football. Listen to this: the worst defense in football, and they should have been beaten many, many times before this butt whooping they got.
Yeah.
And then another thing that's crazy, they don't run Dalvin Cook enough to offset what they do in the passing game because they're really good. And I think too, man, it's across the board, across the National Football League. This time of the year, the team that's going to win the Super Bowl is going to be the team that can establish the run game. And I think the Rams in the Super Bowl last year, they were able to get Cam Akers going. You got to run the football, man. You got to run the football. Like,
it was a bad matchup for the Vikings also because of the defense, right? It wasn't Saquon Barkley particularly that beat them. It was Daniel Jones. Tyler Wright, was you impressed by Daniel Jones' performance?
I was, just because I always said that I didn't know if he could beat a team with his arm in the playoffs, and he proved me wrong.
What's the deal with you and Saquon Barkley, man?
What? I don't know what I did. What I do, RC?
You didn't like him earlier this year.
But you just said it wasn't Saquon Barkley.
The reason
the game.
Yeah. He said it wasn't Saquon Barkley.
I said it wasn't particularly all on Saquon, it was Daniel Jones.
That's the reason why Daniel Jones able to do what he able to do. Because he got a guy to his right or to his left at times.
Yeah.
The defense has to account for that guy. That guy's dangerous, man.
The knock on Saquon I had with him because he stayed injured a lot. Yeah. So it wasn't his abilities. It was just with him being injured.
With that being said, with the season he had so far, can you respect him now? You give my man some
respect. I'm still not drafting him. Yeah, I respect him, but I ain't drafting him. Like if I play fantasy, I pass over him.
Speak on.
Oh no, we had to go with his top 5 running back.
Nah, he don't know.
Bro, he good, bro. He run like a gecko. He just be thinking.
So you taking him or McCaffrey?
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, in my offense, take either one of them. Like they basically.
No, you got 2. You can't say either one of them. Which one you taking?
Tough, bro. Like right now, I'm gonna go with the thoroughbred. I'm gonna go with Ricky Bobby. I mean, I'm going Ricky Bobby. I'm about to go with him. But I like Saquon a lot. I think if you just swapped him out, we would still be in the same situation. Like they run hard.
Yeah, they do. That's why it was a bad matchup for the Vikings, because they literally can't stop the run. Daniel Jones had 17 carries for 78 yards. I mean,
that's Lamar impersonation.
Yeah, really. They call him the White Lamar, don't they?
No.
Okay. I would say that, but he tripped on a wide open touchdown with that last.
Hey, he got a little too happy.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I think the Giants would give my Niners problems because I'm gonna tell you what, running quarterbacks with that type of mobility, we struggle.
Well,
yeah.
Jalen
Hurts is hurt. They're gonna try to play, but if he was healthy, he would be a problem for me because he's gonna move. The Niners play up the field with that pass rush so much, and it's easy to break containment. I think Daniel Dimes will give me a little problem because he's gonna extend plays.
The only problem I see with that is that Giants, they have hard time scoring. I feel like y'all can score a will against that Giants defense because that Giants defense is predicated on keeping everything in front of them. But y'all necessarily don't beat teams deep like that. Y'all beat them, in y'all scheme.
They'll blitz too much for San Francisco. San Francisco will take advantage of that.
Bro, I think
I feel like
Minnesota's defense. Minnesota needs to play on the road in the playoffs. At home, it's like, bro, I don't know. They'll say they didn't look like they never felt like they was at home to me. But the one thing that tripped me out, y'all see the skull chant?
Yeah,
They summons some demons and stuff. It was just so everybody at one time. I'm so glad they go home, bro. Listen, them jokers, man. They fan base gotta be really tired of them. Like Green Bay fan base, Minnesota fan base, like they really let their team down because they have really good records in the regular season. I mean, a bunch of good records.
They had an easy schedule too. Let's be honest.
No.
You just made me think of something, Marcy. Mm-hmm. Anytime Minnesota has had a great record, they have had great letdowns.
Oh my God!
Yeah, they took in Philadelphia.
Goodness gracious! I mean, with the 15-1 team with Randy Moss and them, this
lost
team
to the Vikings with Chris Chandler shouldn't have been in that.
You mean T.O.? You mean T.O. Flowers? Oh, you said the Vikings. Yeah. You're right. I'm thinking about the Eagles. My bad. Yeah. So Isaiah Hodges had 8 catches for 105 yards against that defense. They had no business being in the playoffs.
Somebody got to step up. Hats off to that young man.
So the Giants move on, beating the Vikings. Kurt, y'all know Kurt contract situation?
Probably 1 year deal still. It's probably 1 year. He got a KD contract.
If it is like that, what would you do? You just say, let's keep trying and revamp that defense, or you like, yeah, RC?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm cleaning the house, man. Listen, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Buy Patrick Peterson, buy Kadarius Smith, because all you're doing is stealing money. We did nothing. We was the worst defense in the league. Anything we do is gonna go up. Then on the offensive side, I don't know why they did Kellen Mond. I think that was his name. I think they cut him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you don't have a quarterback for the future, so you need to go draft a quarterback. Kirk Cousins to me is. I would probably kick the tires on Jimmy Garoppolo. I would kick the tires on Derek Carr, people like that. Just give somebody else a chance.
I'll just ask you, who y'all really have? Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr.
Hey, bro, all I know is if it's 1 o'clock, I'll take Kirk Cousins.
They said Derek Carr don't like to play in cold weather, so that's the only thing.
He's in a dome though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Give me Derek Cousins.
Derek Cousins. they bound to make something happen. Combine them together, huh? All right. The Bengals beat the Ravens 24-17. Tyler, were you impressed by the Bengals' performance?
No, I was not. They should. I was more impressed with the fact that the Ravens almost won this game.
They should have won.
The tide.
Lost on the goal line.
That fumble.
I don't know why in the world he decided to jump.
He was still like 3 yards short.
Bro, I got one better.
They obviously trying to push you in the end zone. I don't think he was supposed to jump for that, bro.
No,
that was a bad play call. That was a bad play call.
I'm saying, was that the play call for him to jump, or did he do that on his own?
No, but at the same time, though, T. I mean, why call a sneak out that far? You got Edwards. You got all these running backs. Why would you call a sneak out from that far?
He thought he was on Space Jam. He thought he could just stretch.
What was the down? What was the down? I can't remember. What was the down? It wasn't fourth down. Then
it was second or third. It was one of those two. I can't remember. I think it was second.
That was a bad play call.
Second.
Bad play call.
It was a terrible play call, but Huntley has to be aware.
Yeah,
he has to be aware.
Well, think about this though. I'm not taking up for Huntley or not. I mean, I'm not taking up for the man, but when a quarterback sneak is called down in that area, I think a lot of these quarterbacks are programmed. They thinking they're close to the goal line. That's why I say it's a bad play call, because I think in his mind when the ball was snapped, you're not thinking. He's just trying to make a play. So he's thinking he's close to the goal line because he's getting pushed from the back. Maybe his train of thought was to stick the ball out. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's a bad play call.
He jumped though.
He jumped and tried to stick. Why did he jump though? You get what I'm saying? But why?
I don't think he knew where he was at. He didn't know where
he was. Because he thought he was close. He couldn't have knew where he was close.
Bro, let me tell you what. But
he wasn't close.
All of y'all have played Mario before. Mario,
oh yeah.
And you jump thinking I got enough distance. I'm gonna make that. Dun, 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 dun. That's what when I saw it, I was like, and it's like he thought he really in his mind.
He thought he was gonna break the plane.
He just got small like Mario doing went straight down. And I thought about this too, man. Greg Roman is the culprit with all these. He get these quarterbacks. I want to make race an issue. I hate saying black, white. But when he's over an African American quarterback, Greg Roman, I'm talking to you, Kaepernick, Lamar Jackson, Al Huntley, he used them in a weird way. Like, it makes no sense. Like Kaepernick never progressed as a quarterback under Greg Roman. Lamar Jackson has not progressed as a quarterback. He just kind of he used them like just really vanilla. And he does.
I don't give me another one. Don't worry. He uses it like, I don't give me another one. After I use it, I don't give me another one.
Come on, Tor.
Yeah.
I think that's what's killing them, because they have no vertical pass plays. I don't know what down it was. They down they was down. It was third and something or second and something. They run a draw play. I'm like, fam, you're down. What are you doing?
And bro, you signed, you signed, and this is how you know when you're stealing money in the National Football League as a player. Deshaun Jackson knew he can get that money because he's a down the field vertical threat guy on a
They
team
ain't
that
doing
run the
that.
Well, you
football.
know they
It's
cut
only
him.
they
When
cut
they
him, but
cut
guess
him,
what I'm saying?
They cut him like a week or two before the playoffs.
So
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying
I
to
missed that. That must
bring
have been a
9
side
catches.
note.
That
to
man had
bring
9 catches, Ben.
to bring him in, it's like putting Tim Tebow in a Peyton Manning offense. What are you doing? Like Tebow
Yeah.
ain't gonna call that many plays and move that many people around. It's like, bro, it's a bad fit. So get out of there, Lamar.
Let's go to
Please.
the Bengals. RC, did you ever feel like the Bengals was there to play?
Yeah, bro, it's the same situation we talked about earlier with San Francisco and Seattle. They play each other so much. It's a hated rivalry. They know everything you're gonna do. They know the plays. They probably don't even watch film that week because ain't
And
nothing
they
gonna
played
change.
each other last week.
Yeah, and bro, nothing gonna change. And all the Bengals were trying to do is not lay the egg. The same thing San Francisco was trying to do. Not lay the egg and say, hey, now you finally beat me and you beat me when it counts. So I think the Bengals will give you a better showing this week because it'll be a very, very familiar, unfamiliar opponent. And they can kind of really watch film on that team.
You know what stood out to me though? The pressure Joe Burrow was underneath.
Yeah,
Baltimore got to him.
I don't know how long that's gonna hold up.
They lost their left tackle.
Bills don't have a great pass rush since they lost Von Miller, but
no, it's good. No, Buffalo's pass rush is pretty good. It was astounding with Von.
bro.
Yeah.
There's no team in the AFC that got the pass rushes that the NFC. See, we bragged early in the preseason. Quarterbacks in the AFC, everybody in trouble. Well, guess what? The NFC got the neutralizers. The Cowboys, Tampa Bay, San Francisco, and the Giants, and the Eagles gonna get after your quarterback. Over there, like you said, it's okay, but it'll do. It'll do.
Yeah, it'll get you something here and there. But
Mm-hmm.
Burrow, he'll sack 4 times, but that's definitely gonna be a big game this week. Bills versus Bengals. Let's go to some news real quick, cause since we're on the Ravens. All right. So do y'all want to hear RG3 and Michael Vick quote first? Then we get into it. All right. So RG3 says, this is why you don't just put a brace on it and play. He have a picture on himself. I wish I had a picture. I'll post it up. He said he played with no ACL and LCL for my brother/team. It changed the trajectory of my career. Hindsight is 2020. I didn't have the luxury of that. Lamar does. He's doing the right thing. So Vic comes out. Oh, snap. Oh, I don't have a quote from Vic.
They had a little back and forth?
Yeah, they had a little back and forth. I don't have the quote. I thought I had it. But anyway, Vic says he needs to suit up and he needs to stop complaining. Oh, well, I do have it. Never mind, I found it. He says it's the playoffs. You 3 games away. Put a brace on it. Get it going. I play a whole season with a torn MCL. So who's right here? Let's go with Tyler. Who's right?
I think Vic is wrong in what he's saying because he's saying you got 3 games. I don't think that the Ravens was going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think they're better than the Chiefs or the Bills. And it's like he said, like just because you play with an MCL, I don't see why you expect him to.
Well, J.K. Dobbins came out and said that he's tired not getting the ball and being held back. He feel like that if they would have Lamar, they would have won that game.
That's true.
They would have won.
You think they would have went to the Super Bowl with Lamar?
Nah.
No. They would have lost either to who they played the Chiefs? No.
Yeah, they would have had to go through the Chiefs or the Bengals either way. So it's
they would have played the Chiefs if they would have won that game. I believe.
I just don't think
it was
lower
seed
and hurting yourself more knowing you're not going to go.
No, the Jazz would went to the Chiefs. The Ravens would went to
the
Bills. That's right. Flowers, what you think of what RG3 and Michael Vick is saying?
I think Michael Vick was wrong. RG3 is speaking from the experience of similars to Lamar in a sense, as far as he got hurt during the season and tried to come back and play. And what the thing is, and I'm not taking anything away from Michael Vick, but Lamar's strength is what's hindering him with this injury. So if you put him out there, like RG3 said, like when RG3 was in Washington, they put him out there in that brace. He didn't look the same. Messed that knee up even more, trying to play a playoff game against the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't the same. And what it ended up costing him, it cost him his career because he needed to sit down. Lamar, the whole situation is shady because you don't hear anything from Baltimore. And it took Lamar to come out on his Instagram, to come out with a release on his own status because Baltimore wouldn't give it to us. So I'm just so confused on their relationship. You know, I understand the players saying, you know, they miss Lamar, but I think it's deeper than was being led out to be.
We're gonna go to RC real quick, then I'm gonna bring up another point to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, RC, what you got?
Real quick, man. I think it's a merge of two different eras of football. Those guys back in the day played for the love of the game. These guys are a little bit more aware about the game. Then with that being said, man, I really don't understand why you even played in the first place. Why you started the season knowing you bet on yourself. Football, everybody's injured right now, bro. Everybody's injured. You let your teammates down by doing this, by starting and stopping. Then in the chat, I said that his mom being his agent is probably a very difficult thing for a lawyer or the representation for the Baltimore Ravens, because nothing's never going to be good enough for her baby. I don't even know if she's a lawyer or whatever she is, but I guarantee you, it's the relationship's kind of tough. And in closing, man, I really feel like, you know, Vic's right for his era, wrong for this era. They need to kind of like be mindful of what you're speaking to now. These guys they've been educated on what's going on with it's a business. So, you know, he made a business decision.
With that being said, too, Michael Vick not thinking about right now he's playing for a contract. So it's very important that he not injure himself more. If he does, he's definitely not gonna get paid. And that could be it for him. So he's trying to get paid pretty much. And y'all are saying, so whose fault is it? Was his fault for not taking the contract earlier and betting on him, or did he make the wrong move, or he just took the money? He became like the third highest paid player or something like that.
I don't even think it would have been the third from the numbers I heard today.
But anybody on this panel, are you taking Lamar Jackson over the top 3 quarterbacks in the National Football League?
No.
You know why? You know what we all are throwing on our side? Because we don't know if you can vertically pass the football consistently down the field yet. We haven't seen it.
And go through his progression.
Bro, you won an MVP. It's like when Russell Westbrook won an MVP playing that wild brand of basketball. It's embedded in his head. He's great.
That's a perfect comparison.
Lamar Jackson, like, bro, I ain't gonna change this style. I won the MVP. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
It's tough.
All right.
Lamar should have just said. He should have said. I'm sorry. Should have just said that though.
Oh, but wouldn't that cause more problems though if he would have sat? If he would have sat out.
No, you sitting right now.
You ain't
make me mad. You sit down right now. You ain't making me mad. If he would have sat down at home for the beginning of the season, his teammates would have had an understanding he's not going to be with us this year. For you to play the game with us, you played with us.
You think he would have been paid what he wanted though?
Eventually,
his teammates would have been mad at him, but I don't know.
They would have understood what was going on if he sat out. Because it's about money.
The whole year.
You're betting on yourself. You're telling your teammates you invested. I gotta agree with RC. You're telling your teammates you invested. So you need to be there.
Yeah.
So what about he invested in the wrong thing? He thinking that he's worth more than what he really is.
No, he's worth it.
He's worth it.
But top 3? We seen what happened with Kyler. I bet the Cardinals are kicking themselves right now for paying Kyler.
But how can you they should have never paid him that much. Okay. Lamar sees. Let's stay on Kyler Murray. Let's not talk about Deshaun or nobody else right now. Let's just stay on Kyler Murray. All right, Kyler Murray got 184 guaranteed. Lamar won an MVP. He's been to the playoffs multiple times, and everything else. What has Kyler Murray done compared to Lamar?
Exactly. That's my gripe about teams. They pay these guys and put themselves in a bind. Because
they can afford it.
Yeah, they can. But still, now they looking at Kyle Murray like, okay, let's bring in a different guy. And they were thinking about shipping Kyle Murray or doing something with him, but they
can't trade him.
Yeah, they can't do nothing with him.
The dead money is too much. It's
and
too much
how Baltimore always ran their organization. When the last time they just unloaded a truckload of money to any individual guy?
When have they ever had a guy like Lamar though?
That's true.
See, Lamar, we got to talk. We got to go both ways with this now because they've never had somebody like Lamar to be able to pay somebody. Like
I think it's holding them back because they like, how we gauge this?
I knew someone knew what to do. Yeah. Rest in peace.
But I think too, man, in defense of the Baltimore Ravens, they know something about Lamar we don't.
Yeah.
Because they're loyal to their players. They're loyal to other people's players. Like when nobody wants Shannon Sharp, he was able to go there. You know, they stayed with Ray Lewis, Peter Boulware. I can name a lot of different players that came. It was
Peter Boulware.
You know, they brought in guys that nobody wants. But this is the thing with Lamar. Dude, you're trying to reinvent the wheel with your agent, your representation. I don't know if your mom is legally was a lawyer but them NFL, those owners that got that money that look different than you, you're not going to tell them what to do. You're not going to dictate anything.
They already played the game.
You're going to get what we give you, or you're going to go get it from somebody else. But this is what I would warn Baltimore. You let that blackbird go out the door, you won't fly no more. That's it. You're done.
That's a wrap. But you know what Baltimore, what they known to do is revamp the defense. They always had good defense. And I think they're trying to stick to the same blueprint.
Ain't gonna work.
Lamar not gonna walk for free, and we gotta understand that too.
How y'all know is that they bring in more talent for the defense than the offense.
That's what they won their championship. They stuck on it. Like Chicago.
That era
stuck on the defense.
Walk-on Smith. Didn't they just not play Walk-on Smith? They brought in Marcus Williams.
This is the problem all these guys with Baltimore. Seattle finna try to do it, and they're gonna mess up. You can't duplicate success like that. You can't bring. There's not another Ray Lewis coming in there. Terrell Suggs. There's not. You can't redo the 2009 Saints. That's that team. It's over. You can't redo. Juvenile ain't gonna have no more success. He's done. Like when the hottest rapper right now, NBA YoungBoy. Once he's hot, once he hit that, you can't redo it. So let that go and get on board and come to this era of football where you got to score 30 and 40 points to win a Super Bowl. Come on.
Yeah, one more thing on Lamar. Do y'all think he should be on the sideline with his team instead of at home, Tyler?
Yeah, I do. I think they'll go back to him saying what y'all saying. He should, when he played, he said he was going to be here. You can at least be on the sideline with your team, at least.
Yeah. Ain't that hurt?
Right.
He said,
ain't like he just had surgery.
He's sitting in the airplane. You don't know what to do with that leg.
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem with this generation. Why? And you see Barkley and they call them overheads and struggling with the new because there's a lot of individualism. You so about yourself in the middle. We're in the playoffs, bro. Like in your mind, all you thinking about you, but you gotta see help get us to this point. But it's us collectively as a group. We need to be together. I don't want to make this. I want to use another quarterback to make Lamar seem an extremely good kid. But you're not going to see the best quarterbacks do that.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes going to be on that sideline. But Patrick Mahomes not in a contract dispute.
Whoa. Look at the deal, though. Look at the deal Patrick Mahomes set up for the Chiefs. Because Patrick Mahomes could have drained them dry. He could have drained them dry. And he made that contract so friendly for that organization.
That's what great quarterbacks do. That's kind of what great quarterbacks do, though. We saw Peyton.
That's what separates.
Yep. We saw Drew Brees do. We saw Tom do it. Aaron Rodgers, we ain't say about Aaron. Aaron said he wants his bag. He don't care who he hurt. He don't care who he get rid of. He want his
Aaron
bag.
Rodgers couldn't have took $7-8 million less to make his homeboy happy. His wife.
Devontae.
Come on,
my
man.
goodness.
He couldn't have took a few $1 million less. I've been the first one in the room. Hey, make sure Devontae is taken care of first, and then you come to me.
But you know why Aaron Rodgers didn't take that money? because him and Devontae Adams, this is conspiracy theory, but it's just my train of thought. They're going to be in Las Vegas together next year.
I know.
Together,
Right? Would be shocked.
It's something's going to go down because Aaron Rodgers was hugging on Randall Cobb like he was like, "Listen, man, you know."
Oh boy, asked for a drink. He said, "I got to keep
say goodbye."
He said, "I got to keep this one."
When somebody keep grabbing you, he grabbed Randall Cobb like a little boy.
Memories, yeah.
Like boy.
Like a little boy.
I was like, keep grabbing that man head, like like it's your kid. You finna go be with your baby mom or something. See what I'm saying, son? Like, that boy head looks so what's wrong with you? Kept putting his arm around him because I'm going to Las Vegas. That's why.
All right.
So
That's about it for the games. Let me go with some news real quick. What do y'all think about there's a report or a rumor that Sam Howell is going to be the starter quarterback for the Commanders next year?
No.
They got beef with what's the name or something? Taylor Heineke?
I don't know.
Yeah. My thing is, why they didn't let Sam Howell play earlier in the year to actually see what they had?
Man.
I don't know.
But you gotta listen. Oh man, that's crazy.
I hope that's a false rumor, cause they're going backwards. They gonna ruin that defense, man. They're gonna lose some people. They keep doing this.
You know who this is, man? It's the guy running the football team, Ron Rivera, who played for the '85 Bears. I think maybe he took. I ain't gonna say that because it's gonna be real insensitive about it. But listen, when he stood up there to the podium, man, it was like you're eliminated for the playoffs. He was like, "We have."
I refuse to believe that he didn't know. It's just beyond me.
He might have didn't know. He might have forgot.
That's beyond me.
That man was confused, Ben.
It's just hard for me not to know that. Even like I'm not a coach, but I'm looking at every playoff scenario for the Saints to get in. There's no way he didn't know.
They hire people for that.
Let me ask you this: Ron Rivera is the same coach who went into the Super Bowl and didn't make no adjustments at halftime against the Denver Broncos. Like their defense, Peyton Manning is literally out there in spirit. It wasn't Peyton Manning, but you made no adjustments. And then it's like they harped on Cam Newton and his body language and way. It's like he didn't even lose. It's like when Rivera loses, it's like, all right.
I'm going home now.
Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not
that
surprised.
Riverboat Run. He got that poker face. That's why they call him that.
Can somebody educate me on Sam Howell and where he came from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina. North Carolina.
And they ain't played none, bro.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he almost like Trey Lance.
One game,
you know what I'm saying?
Just one game against Dallas, and boom, just
he like Trey Lance out there.
Gotta try it out, bro. You gotta try it out for you.
You gotta try it out.
They had 17, 18 games to try it out.
Oh, did try it out. They must don't have eye test, man. Back in the day, man, you just look. You just look like nah.
I mean, come on now. They signed Carson Wentz thinking he was gonna, and started Carson Wentz thinking he gonna be safe. Like, come on, bro.
They're going backwards. They might well gonna go back to Carson Wentz. They're gonna go to
somebody y'all might not believe it. Somebody gonna give Carson Wentz another starting job next year. They trying to squeeze blood out there.
I mean, how much more do you got to see?
Jets.
Goodness. Oh man. Hey, if the Jets give Carson Wentz a job, man. Oh my goodness.
They really need to say. They need to say what Zach Wilson. It's too
they really do. I hope they don't move on from him.
They used to say Carson Wentz had one of the best deep balls in the league.
He can't throw it now.
I still can't find out where.
He underthrow so many people. Deep ball throw the other team. That's what I think that's what they're talking about.
Y'all know what team he gives hell?
Who?
Whenever he played the 49ers, man, he out there, he beat us twice. He beat us with the Colts in the rain. He beat us with the Eagles.
That's right. That's right.
Hold on.
And was coming back.
I didn't know you for us to have this conversation when that game happened. How many interceptions did y'all drop that game?
A bunch, but hey, man, he won. He's 3-0 against us, man. Like I just gotta. And then he does like this stuff. Like we played them this year, and they put him in, took Heineken out, and he came in Heineken, and he's like, there he goes with that foot back and looking confident. Don't give us that. Go be what you've been to everybody else. It's like I don't know if he hate the 49ers or what. Man, this dude, he is gonna get paid again. Believe that.
Oh, so we gonna see.
I hope not.
All right, let's. I think this is official All-Pro team now. So we have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, left tackle Trent Williams, right tackle Lane Johnson, left guard Joel Patino, right guard Zach Martin, center Jason Kelce, and the defense is where is it? Here we go. Edge Nick Bosa, edge Micah Parsons, Chris Jones, Quinn Williams, inside lineman, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Matt Miliano. Corners are Sauce Gardner, and Patrick Surtain. Safeties are Minkah Fitzpatrick and RC guy. So I don't know how to say it. What's his name? RC
Talanoga Hufanga.
Yeah, there we go.
Bless it.
Bless you, RC.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
How did Michael Parsons take a defensive end position?
Right.
I guess he's the most explosive. He's the most dynamic.
No,
not a defensive end, bro.
It's like 5 or 6 more ends that had better numbers than him alone.
That's true. Cameron Jordan had a really good year.
What about the Eagles? Not one Eagle defensive player made the All-Pro team?
Not Cox or nobody.
Bro, let me ask y'all this.
Hassan Reddick, nobody.
Michael Parsons, and this is the thing that just irks me about Cowboy fans, and it's all because of Skip Bayless talking him up every day. When we played him in the playoffs last year, he didn't touch Jimmy Garoppolo.
Not once.
You didn't hear his name called once. Tonight, if he don't show up, I just want to see him show up in a game like this or next week if he plays or anywhere. Like, dominate. You know what the human Jaguar gonna do. That's why I call Nick Bosa. He get down low as a Jaguar cat, and he comes. When I watch Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa and Cameron Jordan, I'm fearing for my quarterback. When I watch Michael Parsons run around flailing his arms, you watch him, he does it, trying to spin and do all the white friendly stuff. I'm like, bro, getting your behind knocked to the ground. He better keep his head on swivel tonight because Leonard Fournette with that spin move is ready to block him to the dirt again like he did before. So, but I'm with you, man. You can't take an end spot, but you was drafted as a linebacker. It just
that kind of
crazy.
Right
he's
there.
not a full-time rush in.
He's not. He's not. All right, let's do a game break real quick. The score is 0-0. It's first half with 12 minutes left. So let's go ahead and catch some of that game. Is anything else y'all want to bring up before we end the pod?
Nah, let's go see. Let's go see if Tom gonna deliver real fast.
Yeah, let's go see Tom lose this tonight.
Somebody gonna cry tonight. I know that.
Gatwood. I'll make sure I test them too if they lose. Him and his brother. So
his brother goes so hard.
Yeah, his brother do go hard. I never seen somebody go hard for Tom Brady like he do.
See what the Brady bunch gonna do.
I know. All right, guys, we out of here.
All right, brother. All right.
Peace.